Hello, welcome to another Mamemeister 10-minute mashup. Today's game is something slightly different. It is the utterly fabulous Time Pilot, sorry, not Time Pilot, I'll give it its proper name, Vector Pilot on the Vectrex. This is a sort of a recent game that came out. Now, some of the games, I mean, there's people. Hang on, I'm going to zoom out slightly. There's still people who are actually programming for the Vectrex, and what they're doing now with this machine, considering considering it's only got, I don't know how much memory it's got. It's got, the machine's about 30 odd years old. Who the hell what did I press to actually fire? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, when you consider how old and how restricted the hardware in this thing is, some of the games that they're producing for it now are just incredible. I've got quite a few of the sort of homebrew games that have been released in the last sort of 10 years. And obviously including this one, because I'm letting you see it. This game came out, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and as you can see, it's a take on the lovely Time Pilot. Now, anybody that's maybe not familiar with the Vectrex, it's a black and white, it's vector graphics. But the graphics are just, white lines on a black background. But how they cleverly produce colour is like they use the same sort of method that they used in was it Space Invaders 2, I think it was, or whatever it was, the Space Invaders games. They basically put a little film of colour plastic across the screen to give the impression of colour, and as you can see here, this one looks beautifully coloured, and it's because there's a plastic overlay. This particular game actually comes with two. You get one, I think the one that we're playing with, it's kind of primarily red, sort of reddy colours. There's also ones with kind of blues. But this is an absolute stonking version of an arcade classic. I mean, I've got other games for the Vectrex which are just, utterly fabulous. So I'm going to make a point of sticking these up on YouTube. This machine is, I think you probably know this. I mean, I've said it on many occasions. The Vectrex is, without a shadow of doubt, my favourite gaming console, or sorry, gaming platform. It's utterly unique. There's never been anything that's come out since. Vector graphics, I suppose. I mean, even listen. No, I'll stop talking, let you listen to the music. Now, tell them I'm talking pish, but the sound chip, what they've done with this, the sound chip wouldn't sound out of place on a Commodore 64. It's just astonishing, absolutely astonishing. Let's turn the volume up slightly. Now the Vectrex, when you switch it on, you do get a humming noise. It's because the Vectrex is unique as far as consoles go, as it comes with its own built-in display. But yeah, as I was waffling on about earlier on there, the Vectrex is my favourite. It's not like my favourite games, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Commodore 64 is probably my favourite console or favourite computer, because that's the one I kind of grew up with. But just the sheer uniqueness of the Vectrex is just amazing. And look at the graphics. I don't know how they're coming across in the camera, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Pin sharp, beautifully glowy. I just wish somebody would write a good Tempest on this. And I think I know the very man, Mr. Minter from Lamasoft. I'm sure he could do wonders with the Vectrex. I suppose the problem with the Vectrex is it's got a very, very small market. You know, you speak to 99% of people and they would never even heard of a Vectrex. Yep, this game basically, you've got to shoot down so many fighters, and then eventually you get well, in this case, you get the big air balloon thing that appears, or the Zeppelin, I think they should call it. Then you move up to 1940, and you'll see you've gone from biplanes to, is it Spitfires? But I don't know what the processor in the Vectrex is, but by Christ, I mean, it's throwing around all these beautifully coloured, well, they're not coloured, they're only coloured because of the screen overlay, but you know, it's throwing around these and with hardly a hint of slowdown. And the controller handle's just lovely. It's a kind of analogue type sort of stick arse. In fact, you can see there at the very top. In fact, you know what? You can't see because I've just kind of... I'll just zoom back a bit. Game over. Yeah, there's actually a time limit thing, I think. It's got to run down, then you eventually move on to the next level. But yeah, the sound, the graphics are just mind-blowing. Sound is fantastic. And we're talking about a machine here that came out probably 1978 or something, so what would that make it? 88, 98, 2008. In about 4 years' time, this will be 40 years old, this system. Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a point of showing these other games off for this. I mean, even the original games that came out for the Vectrex still play stunningly. I mean, some of them are pretty simple, you know, there are one or two red herrings, but because of the display type using vector instead of is it bitmap? I don't know. I'm clueless when it comes to the technology terms. I might be a gamer, but I don't know the first thing about programming. Is it bitmap? I think they might call it. I don't know. Sprites? Who knows? Anyway, yeah, the vector graphics just haven't aged at all. They still look just as good as they did all these many years ago. But this particular game is just so bloody playable. This is actually the first time I've given it a good play. You know yourself, guys, you buy stuff and then it tends to kind of sit, you tend to kind of play it initially and then it gets put in the cupboard and you forget to play it because you've moved on to something else. Even the sound, wow, love it. Let's finish this game. Whoa. Skin off my teeth. But yeah, I think these homebrew games, because they're basically made by one guy, and it's literally a bedroom coder, and I think what he does is he'll make a very, very limited run of these things. So I'm not sure whether you can still buy this game directly. Not too sure. Just Google it basically and find out. I mean, there may be somebody on eBay selling it. The only thing that annoys me is some of these homebrew games, because they're limited edition, you're always going to get greedy people buying them, then just trying to sell them for, you know, an extortionate amounts of money. And yet the people that made these, you know, they sell them at a reasonable price, but there's always going to be people who are going to go in and just try and flog them and make a massive profit. But, you know, hey ho, that's the... Ah, bollocks. That's supply and demand for you, I suppose. Right, I've now got the large jet, so we take him out. We shall now move on to the next. Where are we going? From 1941 to 1972. Oh, that's right, it's the wee helicopters. And if I remember, oh, I think it's got heat-seeking missiles. Or homing missiles, whatever they call them. Piss off. But yeah, if you've got a Vectrex, let's see if I can shoot it. Yeah, you can. Then you owe it to yourself to get this. You need to try and pick up the wee guys, the wee parachuters, for bonus points. Bollocks. But this is an utterly superb game. Oh, that was quick. 1984, what will we have now? Jet fighters. And as you can see there, the more up to date you become. I mean, when this game came out in 1984, that was current. I mean, I don't know when this game came out. Was it early 80s? So perhaps 1984 was slightly in the future. Playing it in 2014, it's obviously slightly in the past. Is that game over? It is indeed game over. Yep, listen guys, this is Vector Pilot. Who makes it? I don't know what else to tell you. Vector Pilot. Have a look for it. Utterly fantastic game. If you've got a Vectrex, then you need to own this game. Anyway, thanks for watching.